Okie dokie. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, hump day. Wednesday morning at 4:56 a.m. Eastern Time here in Hampstead, Maryland. It is 66 degrees. It's not too humid today. And feels pretty nice out, but I do have the air conditioner on, so we are steaming up on the outside. Steaming up on the outside. Let's see what do we got here. So let me just make sure we got Rosie going. I do have one thing to mention. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. Go.
Connected to YouTube livestream BFJHFREQBSY. Connected to YouTube livestream BFJHFREQBSY.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, so a couple of things. One is I bought this big sponge because it hit me yesterday that like the perfect thing to stick between the camera and I'll take a picture of this and show you guys later, but and this is not the final version of my creation, but I've got it set up so that this little cushion thing is between the camera and the roof of the van. So I think we're going to get a little less vibration, I think. I don't know, we'll see. So that's one thing. The other thing is the Speedify, and maybe this is why we've been having an issue. I got to look into this. I'll have to do it after the ride, but it said some kind of system update pending on the Starlink connection to Speedify. So I think that means there's like maybe there's something in Starlink that I got to update, but I mean, not Starlink, Speedify, but I don't know. We'll figure that out when I get home. But anyway, if we have some issue with buffering, that might be what's going on. I don't know. Here we go. Get the music going here. Moto. All right. Music's on. I've got seatbelts on. Lights are on. Let's get out there and pursue some happiness. Audio's on, camera's on, we're all ready to roll. A little steamed up in here. We're a little steamed up this morning. Where's our little walker lady? Oh, you know what? No, she's 5:15. We're ahead of the walker lady. And we're off. Here we go. We've got 2 deliveries today, which is normal for Wednesdays. We've got Lenny's and WhatADay. Traffic is pretty light. I had some very speedy people coming up here today. I mean, there are very few people on the road at 4:30 in the 4:30 in the morning, right? But as I was coming up to the bakery this morning, and we're gonna have a little condensation on the outside. Look at the moon. Do you see the moon? That bright thing out there that's kind of blurry right now is the moon. It's very bright, very full. Blue moon. It's very bright. I wish the window was clear so we would have a nice view of it. Whoops. that was me turning off the windshield wipers because I'm mentally in my car. Anyway, I was gonna say something else, but okay, I think it's working now. I think we're not condensing so much on the windshield now, so that's good. Oh, we're coming up. So I was coming up to the bakery this morning, and I had one guy come up to me, had his, I mean, I was going over the speed limit. I admit it, but I was going over the speed limit. I was going a decent speed, and this guy came flying up behind me, high beams on, and he was sort of like riding right on my rear end. So I slowed down to the speed limit. I mean, I don't want to be a jerk, but I was a jerk. So so I'm riding along, and I was like, I'm not going to let this guy get to me. So I slowed down to the speed limit, knowing that the first opportunity he would pass me, which he did. So that got rid of that problem. It was a little risky where he passed me, though. We were kind of like coming up to the crest of a hill. You couldn't really see that far ahead of us, and I could see that there were headlights coming over the hill, but I guess he didn't see that, so he went over anyway, and he did it. But I think it probably scared him a little bit. So that was the first guy. Then the second guy, there's the traffic light. It is a very long traffic light at one of the roads that we drive through. I think I've mentioned it before. So I was coming up the hill, and you can see that the light turned red. So the guy behind me comes up behind me, and then he makes a right-hand turn, and then he goes into highs. Highs is on the corner. He crosses over, goes into highs, and then goes out the other side of highs. But by the time he did all of that, the light had turned green, and I was like right there. He did pull out in front of me, but I was like right there behind him. He didn't really get that far ahead of us, but that was kind of funny. I mean, I'm not beyond doing stuff like that. I do stuff like that if I know it's a very long traffic light and there's nobody around. I'll do that. But so both of those things happened to me this morning. A lot of people are they're in a hurry today. I'm in a hurry and don't know why. Coffee's good. It's my first sip for the day. I've heard a couple different people say that if you put off your first cup of coffee 90 minutes into your day, right? So if you get up and you don't have your first cup of coffee for 90 minutes, that whatever it does to your body, your crash after the caffeine leaves your system will be less. So you're going to have, like at noon or whenever you start to feel like the caffeine's wearing off, it will affect you less if your first cup was 90 minutes after you woke up, instead of drinking it like immediately after you wake up. Just a little helpful. I've heard this from a couple different people now, so I think it's probably got some truth behind it. Maybe. I don't know. Not medical advice. These people are, there you go. There you go. There's really not a lot of people out here this morning. Even now. But it is 5 o'clock. It's only 5 o'clock. So, because I don't make any coffee at home anymore in the morning, I just wait until I get to the bakery. So I'm well over 90 minutes. I wake up at 3:30, and I'm not drinking coffee until 5 o'clock. I mean, not 3:30, 2:30. So I'm more like 2.5 hours into my day before I drink coffee. I never realized that. It's a long time. We had a tremendous storm last night. I mean, it was a downpour. I don't think I've seen it rain that hard for a long time. I've seen windy. A month or two ago, we had a very windy storm. This one was a downpour, and my electricity did go off for, I don't know if it was 2 or 3 hours. I was on the computer and on the treadmill, which is always kind of fun. If you're on a treadmill and the electricity goes out, you have to, it's quite abrupt. Like you kind of keep walking, and like I'll walk into the desk. No, I mean, not like, it's not crazy awful, but you get that moment where the treadmill stops abruptly, but you don't stop walking that fast. So yeah, that happened. But I'm working on, I want to make a short that just says, hey, the bakery's turning 10 years old this coming month. Look for more information. Sort of a heads up, our 10th anniversary is coming up. Things will be happening, that kind of thing. So I started working on that yesterday, and that's when the electricity went out. So I was like, all right, I wasn't meant to finish this today. I'm just going to go lay down. And that's what I did. I think I have the opportunity to go to the zoo today. I think. But I realized yesterday that I have a dentist appointment at 1:30. So I have to decide whether I want to cancel my dentist appointment. I'm not really one, I don't like to cancel my appointments. So I might have to, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I haven't made a final decision yet. I haven't been to the zoo forever. This would be, the zoo I'm talking about would be the Baltimore Zoo. The Baltimore Zoo. And you know I love animals. And New York gal made that video riding through that animal park, so it's got me kind of excited about going to a zoo. I don't know. We've caught up to the commuters. We're in the line now. I think there was some weird stuff going. I checked in on John's live stream, and I saw he was having some, looked like rainy, windy weather down there too. Like they had some trees down. I wasn't watching it, I was listening to it. But it sounds like at one point they were cutting a tree in front of wherever he was on the road. I think he jumped out and helped them. But, so they might have had the same storm front go through yesterday that we did. I don't know. I wonder how this is working. I got my little sponge. I will take a picture of this and show it to you guys, but I have I'm going to make one that is more permanent. but I'm testing out this theory that I have that if I just put a sponge between the camera and the roof of the car, of the van, that it'll hold the camera. It doesn't shake that much, but there's just a little bit of vibration. I can see it sometimes, especially when we're on, you know, that bridge that we cross. It's like in horrible shape. So I don't know. I just see it sometimes, and it looks like it's shaking. But the video doesn't turn out too bad. So I don't know. Just something I wanted to try. So it's up there right now. But I bought this big sponge yesterday, and I cut a piece of it today. But it's looking kind of. It looks like I just bit it off the sponge. It doesn't. It's not. Because this morning I'm like, oh yeah, I want to try that. So I just took I cut it with scissors, but it didn't cut very well. But it's doing the job. It's doing the job. I just have to be able, I have to figure out a way to do it so that like I don't have to like place it every time I take the camera off and on. I mean, I could. It's not that difficult. But I'm wondering if I can like get something that kind of like sort of connects to the camera. You know what I mean? So it's, I don't know. It's in its first phase. This is version 1. Should we go down the highway? Yeah, let's do the highway. Let's do the highway. I was seeing drops, but probably wasn't enough. There's the moon. See the moon? Moon, straight ahead, right above the road. Up, just went behind a tree. Oh, it's green. It's green, everybody. We can do this. We can do it. Yeah. All right. I'm not going to compete with the truck. See, you should be giving that truck the opportunity to go over to the right lane. So we should all be doing that right now. Nobody's doing it. There you go. That's how it's supposed to work. I think we'll get gas today. So we got Lenny's, WhatADay, and I think we will get gas today. We're at half a tank, but I don't drive tomorrow. So if I was driving tomorrow, I'd probably wait, but We'll get gas today. Lenny's delivery is pretty light today, actually. I think we have 20 chocolate top cookies, 27 Danish. It's about normal. But we just have one apple fritter, one half a rainbow cake, a couple donuts, couple raspberry. I think we've got like maybe 6 raspberry cookies, but like not a lot of things, you know, not a lot of different items. Today is the day of speed. People are feeling like they're in a hurry today. Is going a respectable speed in the fast lane, but we still got people passing us in the right, which is that's not the way it's supposed to work. Now we got somebody in such a hurry that's going to just go over here. He just went to the middle lane, now he's going to go to the right lane, he's going to go past the truck. He's like, I can't wait for all these people. 29th, right? Did I say that at the beginning? It's the 29th of July. I don't think I said that at the start. So we just got 2 days left of July. Can't believe that.
Donna says morning.
Hey, good morning, Donna. Happy Wednesday. Hey, how was your? Did you get to test yesterday? Your video? How'd it go? Got to tell us.
Donna says no, might go today or tomorrow. Decided to get some other stuff done.
Gotcha. All right. All right. I was getting some stuff done yesterday, like just trying to get set up, get some things ready for the 10th anniversary stuff, like the video I'm gonna make for Jennifer and stuff. But then my electricity went out. We got a really bad storm last night. Now this person ahead of us is from Arkansas. I wonder what that means. BDG NRG. Big enduring.
Donna says glad Original Rosie is back.
Yes.
Now Donna says sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was only out. It went out for about, I'm going to say 2 or 3 hours. It wasn't a long time. But it happened, I guess around 4 or 5, maybe 5 o'clock. 5:30, something like that. So I didn't go back to the computer after that. Here we go, Lenny's. Time is at 5:26. I mean, it was an unbelievable storm. The rain, it wasn't, I mean, it was windy, but the wind wasn't the issue. It was a downpour. It was, I mean,
Donna says still we are so dependent on electricity.
Yeah, very true. That's very true. Oh, look, here's my guy. All right, let me go in there. I will be right back. Good morning.
All right, morning. Did it open the door yet?
No. They might be down the other side though.
Let me call that.
I see him.
Stormy?
No.
Tomorrow, darling, we are outside. Yeah. Okay, good. Me and the bread man.
Huh?
No, I said me and the
You in the bakery.
bakery.
You in the bakery.
Me and the bakery.
It's just you and the donuts out here.
He thought he would think I'm a man camp.
Yeah.
We think one of our co-workers.
Good morning. How are you? Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Coming in. Ooh, lots of days on this one. Yeah, dog. It's good. Looks like they caught. Take that out of my pocket before I sit on it. Oh, somebody must have won the Mega Millions. It's back down. It was like 500 million.
Yeah, you're right. Somebody won. Wow.
I wonder what that guy's doing. Are you guys watching this? Auto maintenance performed right in front of the van. Would you rather watch that or me? All right, let's go. Let's go. We're going back to that. See, here's where I gotta coordinate the sponge move. There's the sponge, by the way. That's what I'm using. Stabilize the camera. There we go. Boom, boom. Lenny's sign still out. Is that the guy that brings? All right, so that was the miscellaneous tray with the apple fritter, a few donuts, a couple of croissants. Now we move into the Danish world. Danish world. You keep me honest. Well, now look, I put you in the back. He's still out there though. I think that's the Uber guy that brings that one guy that walked in with me. And then here we got one little tiny half rainbow cake. The cookies. Oh, I could get you up in the light. Dark, light. All right, we are good. Let's close that a little bit. We're ready to roll. Get over the hump. It's hump day. Check is in your pocket. Remember that. Check is in your pocket, Craig. Take it out of your pocket. There we go. All right. All right, have a good day. See you later. Guy's still out there. All right, let's turn this around. It's getting harder and harder. See, it's still there. There's the Tesla. It's all going, a lot going on here. A lot going on in this parking lot right now. So I'm going to take my little sponge. Oh, there it is. That's a neat effect. This would be like if you were under the ocean. Ooh. Anyway, we're going to take the sponge and shoot it up in there. Let's just see if we can. I think it's working though. It's not a big difference, but it's something. All right, here we go. We're off to WhatADay. WhatADay! All right, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. We're steaming up. Well, on the outside, not on the inside.
Now Donna says had such a craving for melon yesterday.
I had that the other day. I haven't had one yet, but I had that the other day too. I haven't had any watermelon this year at all. Or any kind of melon. But yeah, I was thinking about that the other day.
Donna says got watermelon and can't. Now Donna says buy it all cut up.
Yeah, I used to cut it up myself all the time, but last year I started buying pre-cut. It's very convenient. All right, where's the deer? Where's the deer? Where's the deer out there? Let's see. It's getting to be too dark that you can't see the deer. I don't see him out there. I love watermelon. And I would buy like I didn't do this last year, but in the past I would buy a watermelon, cut it all up, put it in, just put it in some containers in the refrigerator.
Donna says don't have to deal with waste.
Yeah. It's pretty messy too. Like when you're cutting up watermelon, it's not a neat, clean process, that's for sure. Remember the first time I bought watermelon that was already cut up, I was like, man, this is such a deal. Like it was I forget how big the container was. It was a pretty good size, but I don't remember the weight. But I was looking
Donna says trying to get away from ice cream.
I did get away from ice cream, but I just replaced it with yogurt, which is only like taking a half step. But this time, when I was looking at the watermelon, I was looking at the price, I guess, per pound instead of what the container actually cost. So, yeah, I was buying watermelon one time. I was all excited. I thought, man, this is like a great deal. I was super excited. And when I got up to the counter and was checking out, I'm like, I saw the price. I was like, what? I thought it was only going to be like, I don't remember what the numbers were. Maybe $4 or $5 a pound, maybe. Whatever I was buying was like a couple. It was considerably more than what I thought it was going to be, because I was only looking at the per pound price instead of the actual price of the container that I picked up. Needless to say, I don't make that mistake anymore. It was fun while it lasted, though. Like I walked through the whole store doing my grocery shopping thinking, oh man, I'm getting a great deal of watermelon today. So for that brief period
Donna
of time.
says yes, got yogurt too. Now Donna says yes, that has happened to me too.
I mean, it's almost like when you buy a lottery ticket and you think you're going to win, so you get to spend a week imagining how great it's going to be when you win. And then if you don't win, all right. Well, that's sort of what happened with me with the watermelon. I had that great feeling walking through the store. And then the other day, I went to Walmart. I did my shopping at Walmart, and I must have forgotten to pick up one of the bags. Do you ever do that? Like they've got that rotating thing, so they're putting your groceries in the bags, and then they turn the little wheel, and you pick up the two bags that are there, and you put them in your car, and then they turn the wheel. So it's constantly in motion. And I guess I missed the last bag. I think that's what it was. I think I didn't get the last bag. But I didn't know that until I got home. So I got home and I'm like, I forget what it was. Oh, I had purchased a Monster drink. So there were 3 things in the bag that I didn't get. I didn't get my Monster drink. I didn't get my yogurt. And there was one other thing I didn't get. Fortunately, they were all relatively inexpensive things. Like the Monster was 3 something. The yogurt container was 3 something. I forget what the third thing was, but it wasn't very expensive. But yeah, I didn't go back either. I was like, it's not worth it.
Donna says yes, I've done that. Wondered why person from store was running after me.
Oh, well, that's nice. At least you had the person. My guy didn't. I guess maybe he may not have even realized it until I was out the door. And actually, the person the guy at this Walmart that is usually at the checkout, because
Donna says or leave item in bottom part of cart.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've done that too. I wonder what's going on up there. Part of me wants to ride up there to see what's going on. What do you guys think? Nah, we're not gonna do it.
Donna says funny if next person got your bag.
I know, they probably did. They probably did, because I'm sure it was just like on the little carousel waiting to be the next, waiting to be picked up. Maybe that's what happened. Because it's always the same guy at the checkout, and he didn't say anything to me the next time I went. That's, yeah, somebody got home and they got 3 things by surprise. I saw a comedian's act one time where he said, why is it inappropriate to like go into a grocery store and like head toward the end where people have gone up and down the aisle, somebody's got a full cart, and instead of taking your time and shopping, just pick up their cart, like, you know, while they're there, just take over their cart and go to the checkout. And that'll be your groceries. Like, you're not really stealing it. You're gonna pay for it, but you just had somebody else do all the shopping. He also made fun of the people that don't take the cart back or take it over to the little cart, what do you call that, where they all sit, the cart return area. He said he thought it was funny that people had pushed that cart up and down all the aisles.
Now Hala says good morning Craig and everyone.
Store.
Now Donna says I know someone who got the wrong grocery delivery order, and when they called the company they said to keep it and also they would be delivering the correct order.
Wow.
Now Donna says corral.
Corral, that's the word. Yeah, that's the word. Good morning, Hala. Happy Wednesday. But his comment about the people that don't take the cart back is they've walked up and down all the grocery aisles. So they've done all this walking. But like once they get everything packed into their car, they're like, oh, I can't walk another step with this car. So they just leave it there. It's like, it just doesn't make any sense. I have to admit though, I don't see much of that anymore. I think that used to be, I don't see people doing that so much anymore. I think because they put the corrals out in the parking lot. People left them in the parking lot when you'd have to take it all the way back to the store.
Donna says, confession, sometime I don't return it. Now Donna says if no one is looking.
You don't? Oh my goodness. No, I always return my cart. Like, but see, nowadays they've got the areas usually inside the park, you know, like spread out in the parking lot where you can take it back to that spot. I don't take it back to the store. I very rarely do that. Unless I can see that they just picked them up or something. I don't know. I've never really. If they have a corral area in the parking lot, then I utilize that.
Donna says because if I get a close parking space and the corral is further away.
Oh. Yeah, that I could see where that you could be further from the corral than necessary. Remember, for a while they used to have carts that had been used, but they were wiping them down between shoppers.
Donna says, what was the point of getting a Primo spot?
That's true. You'd just be walking out to the less.
Donna says, but I will straighten shelves in store.
Oh, you do? I don't know if I do that. Unless I was the one that messed it up. Like if I did something to mess it up, I would probably straighten it. Just like pick a shelf at random if it doesn't keep it straight. Jesus, it is foggy right here. kind of weird.
Donna says no.
No, not random. Is it just if you're the one that messed it up? I try to put, if I look at something but then I don't buy it, or if I decide on something else later, I try to take it back to the right spot.
Paula says I like the places that require you to insert a quarter to unlock the cart and you get your quarter back when you return it. Now Paula says it keeps everyone honest.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it does, but what do people do with the carts? Oh, that way they don't leave them in the parking lot. Is that the purpose of that? I mean, I know about that quarter thing. I think Aldi's used to do that. The Aldi around me doesn't do that, but I have seen that before. I thought that was so people didn't steal the carts, but now that I think about it, it's probably more for people that taking them back to the right spot. I haven't seen in real life the carts where the wheels lock up if they get a certain distance away from the store. Have you seen that on John's? I've seen John in North Carolina having that issue, but I've never seen that in Maryland, where the carts have like some sort of sensor on them so the wheels stop moving if they get a certain distance from the store. That's pretty tricky. But my only thought about that is, if you were an honest person and you just accidentally went too far away from the store, now your cart's locked
Donna
up.
says you would think, but people still leave them, and if one is left, people connect to that one to get their quarter back.
Oh, yeah, you could make money. You could make money. I didn't think about that.
Paula says yes, we have them here. It's sudden you can get hurt.
I don't like that idea at all. Because I'm thinking as a good person who would be normally take my cart back, if I pushed it and accidentally got too far away from the store for some reason, and then it stopped rolling, I would just leave it. I would not, wherever it was, I would just stop. Because I would get a little bit of I would get like a little immature attitude about it. I'd be like, I'm not pushing this cart any further. I don't like that. You can't, if you're a good Samaritan in a situation like that, you can't even help out. I'm not sure I like that, the wheel locking idea. I think that's too extreme. It's my personal opinion. The quarter, I can go with the quarter idea, but the locking wheels doesn't work for me.
Donna says, I like Target's cart. They seem to float.
Yeah, they do. They're like the luxury version of a shopping cart. Big plastic. I like those little half cart things. A couple of the stores that I go to have that. You know, it's like a little stubby. It's almost like the hand basket on wheels. You know, like the basket that you carry around. It's a little bigger than that, but it's like a double decker.
Paula says, yep, I usually park on the edge of the lot to prevent cart dings, but still within the lot, and the cart would lock up a spot or two from my car.
Oh, that would drive me crazy. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Either that, or if they're really busy and people want to park, like, you know, a little further away, or have to because there's so many people there.
Paula says, you know, there is whole science behind the size of the cart.
No, I didn't know that. What do you mean? Like they make them big so that people buy more? Is bigger better when it comes to carts? All right, let's see if they get me. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So Lenny's paid us for 11 days. So they got caught up. I think they would have seen me because there was a car sitting at the drive-thru. So let me, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a picture of the sponge. I could probably...
Now Hala says Costco reduced the size of the cart. I couldn't understand why. It's so you feel you got a full cart, but in fact you didn't because the cart is smaller.
So it's smaller, but that doesn't make sense. All right, I gotta go get the cart. All right, bear with me, guys.
Hala says it like shrinkflation.
Yeah, that's kind of, I think smaller is weird, right? Because don't you want people to have plenty of room? All right, we're gonna go on the door today. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah, a little bit. Whoa, come here. Oh, there we go. All right. I'm gonna go get the rack. Good morning. Here earlier than usual. What time is it? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. That looks pretty good. Here we go. We got 100 donuts. 100 even today. 100 donuts. So we have the cream filled and the Boston cream.
Prices go up. You get less, but feel you got the same because the cart looks full for the same money.
Oh. Oh. Huh. That's an interesting way to look at it. See, I was thinking you should give them a bigger cart so they can buy more, right? You know what I mean? But I see that psychology. Oreos, maple, strawberry. It's like the smaller boxes idea. But what's really getting smaller too are the packages. So we got chocolate frosted, chocolate with M&Ms. We got vanilla frosted, vanilla with M&Ms. A couple more chocolate with M&Ms. He's just getting a large coffee. I was distracted there for a minute. Ooh. Look at the cinnamon under that. Ooh, God. The cinnamon buns. Just looking at them makes me happy. All right. I'll be right back. You stay there. Highway to the danger zone. That's where we are right now. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? All right. No problem. Have a good one. Have a good day. dog bones. The dog bones appear to be getting a little light. I think they've got like two of the small. I can see too small and too large on the shelf. Just a note. Oh, so here's what it looks like. Now, this is a rough.
Janet says, yikes, I better get baking.
This is a rough version of the sponge, but see, that's what the sponge looks like. It's sort of jammed up in there, and I think it's working. But I'm gonna make a better version of that. That's what I'm sticking in here to just kind of keep it from vibrating just a little bit, I think.
Morgan says, good morning.
Good morning. We have just finished WhatADay's delivery. They have 100 donuts today, 100 even. So Janet, whenever you get a chance, you got to send me some pictures from the past, the bakery past. Jackie sent me a couple yesterday. But the one, Jackie sent me a couple pictures from, I guess it was a trip to Florida in January of 2020. And Jen's going to send me pictures too, but any pictures you have, Morgan, same goes to you. If you got any pictures of the bakery or...
Paula says, Morgan. Now Janet says, yes, absolutely. Now Morgan says, I can also get some off of our Facebook page. Now Donna says, when is the anniversary?
August the 26th. I'm going to make a short today and stick it out there. All it does is say, hey, get ready. We're going to have a 10th anniversary on August the 26th. But I'm looking for pictures of the bakery or trips or stuff like that. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to cave and reopen my Facebook account. I've resisted. I haven't been a Facebook person for many years. I probably have a few messages out there from people. But yeah, I could go actually on the Facebook page. I'll reactivate my Facebook account. That's a good idea.
Morgan says, a little birdie told me this anniversary giveaway is gonna be a big one.
I heard that. I heard that too.
Paula says, a mixer.
Did I say that? I may have given that away. Is that supposed to be a surprise? I think I did say that yesterday, didn't I? Oh well. I don't know that we have any. We've got to get local people. You know, we don't really have any real local people, or we don't have many local people that watch my live stream. They don't get up this early. Or the ones that do get up this early probably work on a farm. So they're out milking cows. They don't have time to get online.
Morgan says, and some exclusive desserts from someone I know.
Oh.
Paula says, I heard it on the local NY news.
I think it's pretty cool. We need to get like we should get some decorations for the bakery. Does she have any? Like we should have, you know how like right now we've still kind of had the USA stuff. Do you know if she bought any 10th anniversary party stuff that she could hang around in the bakery? I went back and looked at that YouTube video from 9 years ago. There is a video out there made.
Morgan says, I was gonna try to find balloons, I think just down at Walmart.
Balloons are good. Balloons are good. See, like, this would be the good time to go to Party City, but I don't think they exist anymore, do they? I think that you've got to get it all on Amazon.
Paula says, if you guys have a 10 years of donuts parade, I am so there.
10 years of donuts. There you go.
Morgan says they have a section at Staples still, but super expensive.
Oh. It's probably cheaper to go with Amazon.
Donna says our Dollar Tree has balance.
Oh, Dollar Tree has some stuff too, yeah. That's true. I bet there is stuff in there.
Janet says she should give away gift certificates to 10 lucky winners. Now Morgan says the one right next to us is not very reliable. They run out of helium at least once a week. Now Donna
really?
says helium balloons.
Yeah. Yeah, I miss Party City. That was a good store.
Paula says I can't think of the name of the store. The Craft Hobby store has a lot good stuff.
Like Michael's? Or Hobby Lobby? Or Joann Fabrics?
Morgan says I'm gonna check Michael's too.
Or Home Goods? Yeah, those places.
Paula says yes, Michael's.
Michael's, there we go.
Paula says I had something framed there. Framing things is very expensive.
It
Now
is.
Janet says I wonder if she will do it. Need to be present to win. Thing. Imagine hundreds of people jammed in the store. Haha.
Yeah, I don't think you need to be present. I don't think she's going to do that. I think she was talking to somebody about live streaming it. Like, I'd be happy to, I could live stream it.
Morgan says I was going to do a Facebook video and use a name wheel.
I wonder if there's a way for me, like when you link my videos to Facebook, would you be able to do that to a live stream? Would it be possible to connect one of my live streams to Facebook? Because then we could have people going to the Facebook page, but I could live stream it on YouTube. Or maybe you can live stream directly from Facebook, but I can't do that. I gotta be a loyal YouTuber. YouTuber.
Paula says maybe you can get custom garland, alternating between dollar and donuts. Now Morgan says you probably could. But it might be easier just to do it right on Facebook. We'll be off work that week so it won't be a bother. Now Janet says that would be very cool for you to live stream Craig.
Yeah, because she couldn't do the. Well, when is she going to start collecting names? Like, I guess she'll do that when she gets back this week.
Paula says yes. Some streamers live stream on multiple platforms at the same time.
I know that's possible. I know that's possible, like when you do Prism. I know when you use Prism, you could say, like, I want to start this live stream, and you could pick up to a certain number. I don't remember how many, but you could do like 3 or 5 or something. Here, I could be giving somebody a cookie right now. Right to the left of me, man. Everybody is on their phone.
Paula says, are you guys going to dress in bakery-themed costumes?
I'm trying to think of what I would be if I was a bakery themed. That hasn't been brought up yet, Hala, but I'm trying to figure out now what I would be if I was going to be... Like, I could be an Éclair with arms. Chocolate tops, cookies.
Morgan says I don't think she's starting until the 1st, but I was also thinking about if we hit a 50 gift card inside the mixer.
Ooh. That's an idea.
Janet says you have to be a donut, Craig. It's the only logical choice.
Donut? How can I be a donut, though? I was going to say, I don't have a hole, but it's just, I don't think I can discuss that in an appropriate way. What time is it? Oh, look. We're here before 6:30 again. How does this happen? I didn't even look at the clock before we got here.
Paula says yes, Eddie the Éclair. Now Janet says hey now. Now Paula says the hole is your face.
The hole is my face. There she is. There's our girl. Over there doing her stuff. Oh, there she goes.
Janet says Crystal. Now Hala says what's the price today?
What is the price? The posted price is $387. Is that what it was last time? I think that's close to the same price it was last time, I think. $387. So we're going to be paying $72, right? Yeah. $372. Oh, here we go. So we could do so the price is $387 and we're at a little below half tank, right? 3/8.
Paula says Crystal rocks.
Crystal is, where is she now? Should go out there and help her with the cones. Yeah, so I've started gathering pictures for this video I'm going to make, but then also, have you seen the video? It came out 9 years ago by some, I think the channel name on YouTube is Tojo, T-O-J-O Productions or something. You know what that is? They haven't posted anything for like 4 or 5 years, so it's not a very active channel. And it looks like they like 9, maybe 7 to 9 years ago, they were starting to post things that look kind of like commercials. But there's a 30-second video of Bertuccos, and I got a couple of clips out of that.
Morgan says our old commercial.
Was it a commercial? But was it on TV? Like, who's Tojo?
Paula says is the 12 years anniversary a bigger deal for bakeries, like because it's a dozen.
That's a good point. Huh. Well, we're going to go big on 10, but then that's a good idea for 12. Dozen. Yeah. Here she comes. Safety vest is on. Keys are in. Pumps look like they're turned on. And it is 6:30. She is right on time. Here she comes. She's ready to roll.
Morgan says I think it was only on super local channels, nothing big.
Looks like they made it in January or February of 2017. So they must have been like 6 months. They must have been open for about 6 months before they made that. Here she goes. She's working. This person is eager. Oh look, I'm in the park. Hey. Alright, where are we going? We're gonna go right up here. 387. 455 for premium. Let's get premium. I'm just kidding. Alright, here we go.
Lovely oven and model who took already big cupcakes out of the oven, ha ha ha.
Was that really you? I saw that part. Are any of those people still there? Like, who was the person? There were a couple of people I didn't recognize. Well, almost everybody except I didn't recognize your gloved hands. Maybe if you didn't have gloves on, but then you would have burned the heck out of yourself. $387, so we're down to $377, $372. There we go. Okay, let's do it. Regular, please. That was real. That was your hands, or your hands. 372. Where do you think we're going to go today? So we're a little below half a tank.
Paula says nice welcome. She was waving. Now Morgan says my aunt was the one piping chocolate house cookies. She left a couple of years ago. The other two haven't been there in probably 6 or 7 years.
Oh, you were the one piping the chocolate top cookie thing too? All right, what do you think? I'm gonna say 36. No, we're not gonna make it to 36. 33.8. I could tell by the noise. I said 36, but then it started making the noise like it was going to stop. Can I get to 34? Ooh, we got it. 34. I made it to 34. I know, you shouldn't top off. I know.
Says darn it. I was gonna say 33. Now Morgan says my aunt was my guest for the cupcakes. It was very awkward because the oven wasn't even on and I had to do it probably 10 times to get the perfect shot.
The oven wasn't on, so you took already made just donuts, willy-nilly donuts. Willy-nilly. There she is. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Yeah. Oh.
Now Morgan says yes. Ha 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 ha, the tray was completely cooled off.
So you didn't need them. See, that would have been more impressive. Like, you should have just done it without the. Hold on. Let me put my thing up here. I gotta put my little sponge. Gotta put my sponge on. That would have been really impressive if you just like reached in and pulled the cupcakes out with no gloves on. Are those people, like, I know that her dad did the one little scene at the end, but the little girl and the guy that are standing there at the beginning, are they anybody we know? Or are they just random people that were in there on the day you were shooting?
Now Morgan says no, but the other lady who was in with her son, we know them. They've known Jen for a long time.
The lady that was in with her son. Is there another scene I'm not thinking of? I noticed in that video.
Morgan says she was at the dessert case. She had black hair.
Oh, okay. I have to watch that again. I saved a copy of it. I basically made a copy of that video. I wonder if those people are still around. I don't want to get any copyright strikes. I'm going to take little pictures from it. I noticed the wall behind the, like where the chocolate top cookies and stuff are, like that used to be a clear panel. Like, I guess there weren't shelves on it originally. It looked different in the video. Otherwise, I didn't see any major changes in the structure of the shop.
Morgan says yes. I hated ha ha ha, they would stare at us decorating and I'd always get really shy.
Yeah, they could see you through the glass. You were like on display. You were like your own little display case back there.
Paula says like an aquarium.
Yes. We could have gotten some plastic plants and put them around, you know, like they do in an aquarium. A little stone structure. But now it's a solid wall. Now you have privacy. I'm going to take a little bit of film this morning because I want to use it for this 30-second. I'm making a 30-second video. Short. Not a video, short. Wednesday already.
Paula says, didn't Maryland get hit with damaging storms last night?
We had, we had the storm that came through my house yesterday. It was insane. The amount of rain. This wasn't as windy as the storm of a month or so ago, where my electricity went out for a couple of days. But last night, the rain was unbelievable. Like, it was a torrential downpour. I don't want to say I've never seen it rain that hard, but it's pretty close. It's like in the top 5 heaviest
Morgan
rain.
says we lost power at work for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I lost power at home for about 2 hours. I think 2 or 3 hours. Did you? So you got it just as bad? It was unbelievable. I mean, it was like just, I felt like I was under a faucet when I looked out the window. But
Paula says we need a rain con level.
RainCon. It was. So 5 is everything fine. This was from a rain.
Morgan says we went to start Trey up and the sky was so dark it looked like nighttime.
Yeah, it did get very dark too. It was very short, but I would say for a short period of time, it could have been a level 2. It was pretty bad. But it wasn't long, so it didn't really get any serious flooding issues. Like, I did have a little bit of water. I had a little water that came in under the door in my basement because the sump pump, when the electricity went out, the sump pump's not working anymore. So I got a little bit of water that came in under the door, but it wasn't bad. If it had rained for a really long time, that could have been a problem. One of the reasons I want to get a generator now for about 30 years. So the likelihood that it's going to happen in the next week or two is slim, but it would be a smart thing for me to do. Well, I think I saw pieces, I wasn't watching it, but I saw pieces of John's live stream from last night where it looks like they had the same kind of storms, but they might have had more wind because he looked like they had trees down and stuff like that. I think they may have had a little more damage. But yeah, like Morgan said, it got super dark and then the rain was insane. The rain in Maine is always insane. I just wanted to make a rhyme. There's no reason for me to say that. I know nothing about the rain in Maine. Part of me wanted to go outside and just experience it, but there was a lot of lightning at that point. And AJ's concern level was pretty high. He usually does pretty good at thunderstorms, but he was a little concerned last night with the heavy rain. Did do better today. I don't think we buffered today. I got a notice on my phone about some update I need to make, I think, to Speedify, I think. But looks like we survived better today. I wonder who came up with the Kia logo change. I don't know whether I like it or not. There we go.
Paula says enjoy your day off tomorrow.
I will. Thank you very much. Try to get some stuff done. Good. You guys, I can see at least the sponge doesn't get in the way of anything. I'm gonna make a better version of that. I like it. It works. All right. Yes, I'll be home tomorrow. No driving, but I think the weather's gonna be good, so maybe I'll get out and do something. Hopefully. I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you enjoy today, tomorrow. We'll be back at it on Friday. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks for watching. As always, I appreciate it. And I'll see you again on Friday. Bye.